Hey guys, welcome to me reacting to Game Theory, why Ridley smashes Deadliest Fighter Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by the Game Theorist. So yeah, anyways guys, I have not seen this. So yeah, anyways guys, original links in the description. Make sure to subscribe to Game Theory, that link's also in the description. Anyways, let's get right into it.
And now, Game Theorist Theater presents a
What?
dramatic recreation of Bowser stepping on Big Blue.
What? What? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. What do you mean he's stepping on a big balloon? I love that. I seriously love that.
Welcome to Game
I
Theory.
love it.
The Joker
It's the best.
that no one is excited
Hey!
to enter the Smash conversation.
Pat makes a pun.
So when I've covered Smash in the past, it's always been at a larger scale, piecing together the lore,
yeah,
for secret levels hidden in the game's code, doing
Oh.
things like calculating the infinite number of ways that you can play this game. All of those
really?
episodes are actually linked. Pew, right there, upper right-hand corner of the screen. But
Crap.
today, I actually wanted to do something different. I want to focus on something a little bit smaller, a little bit more subdued.
It's
One
on the
character,
right corner, the
one
top
move.
corner of their
Seems
video,
lame,
so
right?
you can go check those videos in the description, because the original link's in the description, so...
Son, a move
God.
that is so brutal and violent
Side
that it
B?
takes Gar Plane and suddenly transforms
Who's
it into Gore.
Oh yeah,
For
Ridley
everyone
side B.
Nintendo.
Oh
Ah,
my god,
you
it's
wish
terrible.
You didn't include this move because it ruins the E for everyone rating. Technically. You see, one of my favorite things about Smash
Ridley
is its
side
ability
B,
to
oh
test
my
the limits
god,
of
is
character moves and
just
items. Smash Brothers
so
is one
bad.
of,
Yeah,
if
it's
not really the
way too
only
overpowered.
arena to test different fighters from different franchises against each other. You want to race
No, yeah, that's the
Super
cool thing
Sonic
about
Hedgehog and an
Smash.
Electric Rat? Great, you can do that. How about an all-out slugfest between gaming's two most famous reptilian kings to see which one reigns supreme? You can do that too. I mean, I could seriously just watch the compilations of characters trying to leap.
Oh yeah, those I think are so dumb. Those are so dumb. It's like, who can climb? Yeah, who can climb the highest pit? Or who can survive, like, the giant lava, the death circle, or some dumb... Like, who can jump over the death planet, the lava planet? It's so dumb. I think it's so dumb.
That's according to a video by Nintendo Unity, by the way. Or the fact that there are multiple ways to create a move that instantly does 999%.
Oh yeah, I remember I saw Alpharad do that.
But it was while watching another one of these sorts of videos that I was inspired to do today's theory. You see, back in December, the channel Community Game actually did a video testing out who could survive running on the stage Big Blue.
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
Big Blue is a level inspired by the racing game F-Zero, a game that takes NASCAR and cranks the dial up to 11. Because now you have racers flying along on the track at hundreds of miles per hour. Now in Smash, the Big Blue stage actually has you fighting atop a jet, and then some of the smaller race cars.
Oh yeah.
All the while the track is flying by underneath you. If you land on that track, it's almost an instant death as the player race ahead to leave you in the dust and as a mere off-screen explosion. As such, you can also treat the roadway of Big Blue almost like a giant treadmill. A treadmill that is so fast that only the fastest characters are able to keep up with it. But, according to this community, even those speedy racers could use the help of an item. This is me injecting those characters with a little bit of extra juice. But not deadly juice or steroids or anything like that. This is brand friendly, guys.
Yeah, what?
We're talking about brutally childhood mascots. When I'm saying extra juice, I mean injecting them with like a bunny hood or a spirit boost or heck, some mega mushrooms. YouTuber Aaron Vo did an incredible job of testing to come up with a tier list of everyone's ability to survive this level, thus ranking everyone's speed. And the results are kind of what you'd expect. Sonic is at the top. Duh. The only character who's able to survive solely with the help of a Mega Mushroom. And then you have Fox, Captain Falcon, Sheik, and Little Mac following around shortly behind. Now, that's cool and all, but there is someone who is faster. Someone who doesn't
Ridley?
need items to outpace the racetrack of Big Blue. We all assume that Sonic over here is the fastest
Is it
character in this
Ridley?
game because it's his brand and all that, but he's not. It's actually Ridley,
Yep.
the fire-breathing space
Wow.
pirate dragon from Metroid.
Ridley's
a character
faster
that
than
has died
Sonic?
so many times he's got more lives than a cat. Now, Ridley is a brutal character. It says a lot when his introduction to this game series is him literally killing the
yeah,
game's
it's
mascot.
killing him.
But it's his forward B attack that's
Oh my god, you mean
he can pick
side
up
B,
his
his
opponent's
side B.
talons and then just physically drag them along the ground. And if that wasn't violent enough,
Oh,
he's actually
what?
able to do it fast enough to outpace
Oh, not a
the
side
flyer.
B.
In this footage right here, he is
Wait.
actually outpacing a jet flying above
yeah,
a
no way, I think that is
futuristic
his
NASCAR
neutral
race.
B, or is it his
Granted,
side
things in
B?
the Smash Brothers series
I thought he was
always
talking
have
about
to
the
be taken
whole,
with a grain
like,
of salt.
tail
In the name of
attack,
balance,
'cause
we
that
need to
thing's
tweak things a little
overpowered.
bit so that when Palutena, who is literally
Palutena,
a god,
get that
faces
right-
off
no, I'm
against
just kidding.
Isabelle, a Shiba Inu, it doesn't end up as a one-sided stomp, but still, the speed and violence of this one move is unprecedented in the Smash Brothers series. And when you actually stop and do the math behind what's really going on as a part of this
Is
move,
it FMA? Are we
suddenly
doing
turns
FMA?
this family-friendly game
FMA?
into a gruesome bloodbath. So be careful the next time you pick your favorite character to play as, because you might not want him having to go through the physical horror that this move is gonna subject him to. I mean, think about this. If you've ever scraped your knee on the pavement, you know how much a small, low-speed scrape with the ground is gonna do to you. Just imagine the level of devastation that would happen if you're going at whatever speed Ridley is going at here. Where
the
others
friction
decide
is
to
gonna be
speculate,
so
game theory
awful.
decides to calculate.
The friction is gonna be terrible. Yeah, it would, oh.
Went on much longer than I expected. And that is exactly what we're gonna do today. The first factor we have to consider here is just how fast Ridley would have to be moving in order to outspeed the stage itself. Now, when you're playing the game without stage hazards, all you get is the Falcon Flyer jetting its way along the racetrack. This isn't particularly helpful for
There's no music, I don't know why I'm dancing.
Believe it or not, the Falcon Flyer never actually appears in any F-Zero game. Yeah, for as prominent as this thing is in Smash Brothers, its only connection to the F-Zero lore is one frame from one comic from the first game's instruction manual.
Really?
Later, you have this blatant ripoff of the Kingpin from Spider-Man. No, to get an accurate read of this stage's speed, you actually need to turn on stage hazards, which unleashes a legion of actual race cars that are playable from the F-Zero games. And that part is critical there. F-Zero is a racing game, and so like any good racing game, it has a
Isn't Captain
speedometer
Falcon
that we
from
can then
F-Zero?
use to gauge what kind of speeds these racers would be traveling at on the Big Blue course. Now, to calculate the speed of Big Blue over here in Smash Ultimate, we actually did 30 runs of the Big Blue track over here in F-Zero GX on standard mode. Now, it is worth mentioning that the Big Blue track in Smash is very different from how it actually looks in F-Zero games. So, for consistency's sake, we actually wrote down the average speed only on straightaways. Those 30 runs were spread out across 3 different racers: Bloodhawk, Super Falcon, and Fire Stingray. All cars that we see in Super Smash Brothers. Across all that data, we found an average speed of 1,087 kilometers an hour, which for us still living in America land is 675.4 miles per hour, which is pretty tame by F-Zero standards, but for a bunch of normal
I thought that was a lot.
Ludicrous speed.
Prepare ship for ludicrous speed.
Especially if you're the guy who's getting dragged by the fire-breathing space dragon.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. The friction is going to be terrible.
It takes just shy of 14 seconds to drag someone the full length of the stage.
Nice.
It's actually 13.98. And in that amount of time, you're actually traveling a distance of around 98.5 feet based on the relative sizes of the fighters. Ridley's average speed then would be the speed of the race cars plus the amount that Ridley is gaining on those vehicles for a total of 680.2 miles per hour. 680 miles per hour. That is 100 miles per hour faster than the speed of a commercial plane. He is almost flying at the speed of sound, which is 761.2 miles per hour.
What?
1,225 kilometers per hour. Technically, he's at 0.88 Mach, which is actually an interesting coincidence, since 0.88
What's
Mach
Mach?
is actually a fairly common flying speed. You see, most things in life have a most efficient or optimal setting. And in the case of flying, this is often based on the shape of a wing. Now, on average, both airliners and fighter jets choose to fly near the 0.88 Mach speed because they get the best gas mileage relative to their wing design. Once you start getting much faster than that, you actually
I did
start
not
getting
know
air
that, and I
disturbances from
still don't know
minor
what
shock
Mach
waves
is.
that are produced as you get closer to the speed of sound. Now, I don't think that any of this is intentional by the Smash team. I just think it's a really cool coincidence that Ridley finds himself flying at those speeds. Well, I suppose it's cool for him. It is absolutely devastating for whatever cute Nintendo mascot finds themselves unlucky enough to be gripped in his talons. Let's talk damage, shall we? People who fall off motorcycles at speeds over 50 miles an hour can expect to get some third-degree road rash, if not worse. Now, third-degree road rash, much like third-degree burns, are no joke, like exposed muscle and bone. No joke. So if that's 50 miles an hour, Ridley here is dragging people along the road over 10 times
they should be dead.
That speed
They should be
Imagine
dead.
how much more damaging and painful that would be. Oh wait, you don't have to. I calculated it for you. To get a better idea of what Ridley
Wouldn't it
road rash
rip
would look
through
like,
them?
it's
It would like
helpful to
completely
understand conceptually
kill
what
them.
road rash actually is. Why does it hurt to get a scrape? Well, scrapes are caused by friction. That's why it doesn't hurt when you
Exactly what I said earlier. The friction is going to be
the more friction there is, and the worse the damage is going to be. And there are a few things.
No, exactly. The friction's going to be so high.
We have a special guest today. A portion of Los Angeles' roadways.
What?
Los Angeles, you wonder why your potholes are so bad? It's a bunch of us YouTubers stealing pieces of your roadway for our edutainment YouTube videos. Congratulations.
Really?
But seriously, look at how rough this thing is. It is like the world's most aggressive loofah sponge. Yeah, this is bad. But there's one other component of friction here that we have to take into consideration. What's called the normal force. A force which acts perpendicular to the direction of your motion.
The
it's
normal
basically
force?
A more complicated scientific way
So
of
we're
saying,
still
hey,
using
the harder
FMA.
you
Yeah,
press
we're
down
using
into
FMA,
something,
right?
The more friction you're gonna have. This combination of the two factors, the roughness of the surface, and how hard you're pressing down when you're rubbing them together is expressed by a fun mathematical formula, F-U-N. Now, whoever says science isn't fun hasn't learned about frictional force equations, am I right?
Yeah.
Up top.
A.
We're all my math and science nerds. Up top. Okay. So that first F in the equation is the force of friction, F sub F, which equals the coefficient of friction,
F sub F?
U-looking number, a number that represents the roughness of the surface, times the normal force.
What shape
and
is that?
the thing that we just talked about. So to know just how much of Mario's
Alright.
face is
Is
being
that
turned
Newton's?
into a human pavement eraser,
That's exactly what I was
Mario,
thinking.
we need to determine two separate things. First, how rough is the track of Big Blue? And secondly, how much deadly rage is Ridley putting into his dragging side B attack as he rubs Mario's face against it? And you get this. A Mario that's a couple inches shorter. And also Shoot. I should probably get a Band-Aid. The first question is easy. We'll assume that the track is just asphalt, like most other NASCAR tracks. Now, in all fairness, F-Zero's racers do use futuristic magnetic levitation systems that levitate above the track, so there is a slim chance that the track's made of some smooth metal like titanium, but considering the fact that Ridley performs this move across all sorts of surfaces, across all different textures, using asphalt here isn't going to be that much of a stretch. Therefore, our coefficient of friction is going to be 0.9. Then comes the question of how hard Ridley's pushing people down into the stage. Now, Ridley doesn't seem like the type to pull his punches, so let's calculate it as though he's pushing his victim down into the ground using his full weight. Ridley doesn't have a cannon weight. Heck, Ridley doesn't even have himself a cannon height. I mean, his size is constantly changing across the Metroid series.
True.
You thought the Ridley is too big meme was only an argument for Smash Brothers fandoms? Ha! Think again, friends. Here's Ridley's height compared to Samus in the original Metroid for the NES. And here is his height in Metroid Zero Mission, which is supposed to be a remake of this original game. In Metroid 1, here's Ridley. He's like 25% taller than Samus. And then over here in Zero Mission, he is literally 111% taller than Samus. He is literally double Samus's height. And if you want more examples of Ridley's fluctuating size over the course of these games, montage time.
Wait, what? Oh, what the heck? Yo, no, Ridley is huge.
So why does any of this matter? Well, Ridley's size relative to
Well.
Samus is important because while Ridley doesn't have himself a canon size, Samus does.
Yeah.
According to the Metroid
Oh.
2 manual, Samus in her
That's
suit
good.
is 190 centimeters tall, which means that she's 6'3". From there, we can use Smash's character scaling to our advantage for like the first time ever in one of these theories. It allows us to settle the disagreement that exists around exactly how big Ridley is relative to Samus. Obviously, the scaling in these games isn't exact, but if there's one thing that we can count on, it's that these games try to be somewhat faithful to their source material. I mean, Sonic is really fast, Bowser is slow but powerful, and heck, Villager's stone cold stare is just as fast as it ever was in the Animal Crossing games. And with that said, we can actually find out that Ridley's model appears to be about 25% taller than Samus, the same as he was back in Metroid 1. So we're gonna go with that. That would make him 238 centimeters standing up, or about 7'10" tall. Using this approximation of Ridley's size,
So this is
we
his
can actually
canon
now
height?
estimate his weight. Based on all the details from Ridley's design, he most closely approximates an American alligator, a reptile that actually weighs in between 200 and 400
Really?
kilograms, or in America land, 440 pounds and 790 pounds. With his height
Different,
just under
yeah.
8 foot, Ridley would actually trend on the smaller size for the species. So we're just going to take that lower bound as the range. 440 pounds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to have some fun. And by fun, I mean plugging hypothetical numbers into a scientific formula that has a cute acronym to remember it. Solving for S, we find that the frictional force is 2,478 newtons, which is meaningless. Newtons are always weird to interpret. So,
Wait, what?
You know what?
How is it
Today, we're not
meaningless?
caring about the digits. We care about the damage. So let's translate this into some destruction, shall we? Now, in a past
Isn't
episode of Game
Newton's-
Theory, covering just how deadly Mario Kart's races are, we determined that in
Oh,
a
I
car
didn't see
wreck, for
that.
every mile per hour you're going over 30, you're gonna lose 1 millimeter of your body. Roll the clip.
Since the average thickness of human skin is 1.3 millimeters, at 31 miles per hour, you hit the ground, you're looking at losing most of the skin that's covering up your delicate inner parts.
Ridley is dragging you 650 miles per hour faster than that. That means 65 centimeters of your favorite character's body is just disappearing into the pavement. That's this, and then another one of these, and then like 5 more centimeters. 25.5 inches, over 2 feet of human flesh, or poke flesh, or Kirby flesh, just gone, erased. Also, notice how Ridley is actually doing the dragging of your character's body. He's not using you like the long end of a pencil here. He is dragging you long ways. That means each and every inch of your body is feeling the burn. And then, guess what? Not feeling that burn anymore because it's just ground away into nothingness. It is gone. Your body isn't 2 feet thick. I mean, you might be thick, but not that thick. Gone. And wait, that's not all. That number is assuming you don't have a 400-pound space dragon shoving your face into the dirt. If you don't think that's gonna affect the numbers at all, well then you don't game theory, bro. If you thought having 2 feet of your body just outright erased was bad, now, for every mile per hour over 30 Ridley's going, suddenly you're losing yourself 3.5 millimeters of flesh. Yeah, that is 2,275 millimeters of flesh ripped clean off your body. Nearly 90 inches or 7.5 feet rubbed into the ground by this one move. It doesn't matter.
You know,
if he's
Subway
holding you
subs aren't
sideways,
actually a
upways,
foot. They're
downways,
11
diagonal
inches.
ways. Who cares? You are just gone. You are rubbed away into oblivion. The pencil that your body eraser is attached to is suddenly squeaking against the paper that it's trying to erase because the metal is now hitting it. And just thinking about that sound is making me cringe. It's the worst feeling ever. Just pencils, man. Ugh. Sure, your damage counter may only be reading a mere 17% or 20% or whatever, but Ridley has just cheese grated your Jigglypuff into the ground. In this game, yeah, It's all for fun. It's all cute. Oh, look at our favorite characters punching each other in the face.
Nice.
Yeah, super fun. No, in real life, if you do the math, Ridley is literally ripping you to shreds using the ground. Forget Mario Kart being the deadliest Nintendo game. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a new champion. So the next time you're looking at that huge roster of faces all begging you to choose them, now with the new additions of Joker and Piranha Plant, there's only one clear choice to make. If you want to brutalize your opponent, and I mean really make them hurt, the choice is obvious. Ridley every time. Even if you don't officially win the match, you and I and all the rest of us theorists will know that you are doing a heck of a lot more damage than Nintendo over here cares to admit. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Nice. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and you guys will see you in the next one. Bye.